Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa, and today I'm going to be working on Roxy's Weekly Challenge 16, I believe it was. I had a different video in mind, but I saw this morning. I'm like, oh, I gotta do this. This is fun. This is cute. I love it. So I've already made 3 of them up already. They are just regular sacks to be able to stick, I was gonna say gift cards in, but not gift cards. Stick some fun tags in there. Right? We got, this one's not decorated, but got tall tags, short tags, skinny tags, fat tags, round tags. Yeah, and if you glue them on a page, you could take them and actually glue it onto a page. You could have just it in like that, or you could do a side tuck and be able to put one in the back as well as one in the front. So lots of options. Or you could keep it out where you paper clip it in and have the back look pretty and be able to write on it. So the first 2 that I made with that premise where I would want to not hook it in and have the back be writable. This one I did where it's not so much, it would definitely be glued in. All right, so this is also a project that you can use up some of your 6x6 heavier cardstock papers that you have tons of, that I know I have tons of. All of these, no, these 2 started as 6x6. That was a 12x12 I cut down. But I did take a bunch of 6x6 papers that I had like this, and I was able to use, I picked ones that were a little bit more neutral if I wanted to, like I said, do that, but not necessary to have it peek through. All right, so let me put these aside, and I'm going to show you the dimensions, and we'll cut some out. Oh, and then after the backs of the 6x6, then the fronts of these are digitals. So they are thinner papers to use some digitals. This was a thinner regular scrapbook paper. So really the premise is backside thick, front side thin. I mean, you could probably get away with other stuff, but that was the gist I got out of it as I was watching, half watching it, half cutting out orders from Etsy store. Because that's what happens. I cut out stuff for Etsy and I've got YouTube on in the background. Pause, start, pause, start. So this is what I gleaned from it. This is what I gathered from it. And this is what I'm going with. Okay, so the back side I have picked out a bunch of heavier cardstocky papers. Some of them are from Tim Holtz papers. Some of them are from just regular 12x12 scrapbooks. Like I said, some of them are from 6x6 papers that I've cut down. So I have cut them down from their 6x6 to 4 3/4 and left them 6. So I have the little, there as a matter of fact, I have the little strips cut off that can be used for collage, etc. Whatever you want to use them for, decoration later. And same with the 12x12s. I just cut the strip down to 4 3/4 and cut them down to 6. Now for the other piece, I have just digital, and I ran through my pile of stuff. I've got some Florentine ones that are half printed, some ripped. I've got some other ones that I haven't taken the whites off yet. Just florally, sort of neutrally grungy kind of backs to go on the front of these. So, all right, so let's get started. I'm not going to cut these down to 4 3/4 because that is just easy to do. This one actually looks a little smaller. This I found as a scrap. This is about 4 1/2, but it's totally doable. And that is, yeah, 4 3/4. Okay, so let's say I really want to use this as a front piece. And this really could look kind of fun in there or in there. Well, I like that one better. Okay. All right, so the way, if I recall, I'm going to take this white off. Just because it's kind of bothering me. Make sure it's long enough. All right, so we are going to fold the top edge down a little bit just to give it a little bit of strength for the top pocket. I don't think this is going to be big enough. Can make it shorter, I guess. And we are going to wrap these around, so I need to make this a little bit shorter. And I'm just gonna rip it. You can use your choppers to cut them, however you want to do that. Okay, now this part right here is probably going to be too tall, so I think after I fold it, I think I'm going to cut it down a little bit after it's done. So we are going to take and we are going to fold all three sides back around the front piece. Now the reason that I decided to do in 4 3/4, and I honestly do not remember if Rachel had a measurement or she just had some loose papers that she used, but I used 4 3/4 because when I took a scrapbook page and I took one of them out, when it got wrapped around, these were almost 5 inches when all was said and done. And I thought that was a nice size to be able to glue onto a page. So starting with the 4 3/4 gave it a little leeway to have the wraparound. Okay? All right, so we're gonna open it back up again, and we are going to cut the excess corners out so we can fold them. So we're just gonna do a typical slant cut on these. Now, if you're gluing them in the back, it's not really noticeable. You don't have to worry about what side it is. Okay, so since I tore that, I know that that is the top. Let me get my glue book here. And we're gonna just glue that top down. Ooh, it's some gluey glue today. Oof. I say oof. Okay, is that the one? Yeah, that was the one. All right, so we're going to glue these 3 sides in. Move it up so you can see it here. I'm going to start with the bottom. Timber. And glue the 2 sides. Now, as you see, I didn't worry about cutting the white off because these I'm definitely going to glue onto a page in the future, and it didn't matter to me if there was white showing, or it was torn, or it was uneven, etc. Okay. Now I could probably just round this, or I could fold it in to make it a little stronger. I could fold it straight. Straight enough. All right, I am going to use art glitter glue just because this piece is a little thicker. Okay. All right, so the other thing I could have done is chomp it a little bit. I'm going to see if I can center this. And I'm just going to chop it ever so little. I probably should have done a little bit more than that. Come on. Okay. All right, and if you wanted to ink, probably the smart thing would have been done before you glue this together. And then you can either do the angles like a bag or round them. I'm gonna just go ahead and do that. And I'll throw a little bit of ink on there. Not necessary, but just thought since this paper has a little bit of white on it, I would go ahead and do that. And there we go. So cute little bag. Be able to decorate that. Throw some labels. I was going to say fish for a second. I don't know why I was going to say fish. Birds, flowers, etc. All right, so let's make a couple, and then we can go back and decorate a couple. How does that sound? Sounds good to me, Lisa. Okay. All All right, so let's find the next victim that we want to use here. And I think I saw I wanted to use this one. I was thinking maybe use that one. Okay. All right, so I noticed when I printed these digitals, they were ones that were half a sheet, but the problem was if I did half a sheet, it doesn't have enough to wrap around nice, so I've got to take a little bit more than half a sheet. So when you're figuring out how wide your digital, you just want to picture how much more you want it past that. And again, when you fold it down, how much you want on the box, on the bottom. We just want enough to save that strip. That's a nice strip. We just want enough to be able to do that. So, all right, let's get these out of the way. And let's do another little fold project. Okay. All right, so we'll call this one the top. I think I like that sticking out better. Yeah, all right, so we're gonna call that the top. I'm just gonna fold that down a bit just to make it a little sturdier, and then we're gonna go ahead and put this in there. I guess I really took much, I forgot about the sticking out part. Didn't take enough off the bottom. All right, let's take a little bit more, another fun strip. Okay. Well, I hope your day is going well. I forgot to ask how everyone is doing. Hopefully you're getting a chance to get some crafting in. I'm just curious, what are you guys are working on? You guys just making ephemera right now, working on tags, actually have some journals in process. I definitely think I need to start thinking about my next journal. I did those last two spring ones. And I'm thinking I probably should get a summer one in, but I've been doing so many other fun ideas for stuff that I haven't gotten really a chance to do it. And we've been kind of busy with the Etsy store. So that's been keeping busy. Okay. Now one other thing I found out, I don't know if I mentioned it the last one, is I pulled the sides together so this is centered when I go to push this one up. Because one of the first ones I did, I forgot to do that and it ended up getting a little wonky. Now it didn't matter too much because you don't see it, but it kind of had to get a refold. So it was a little cattywog. But again, I'm planning on not seeing the back on these, just seeing the front. So, and again, I forgot to ink and notch. Someone please remind me on the next one to ink and notch. All right, just throw a little bit up there, and I think I am going to round the corner of these. This looks like a round bag to me. Whoops. Yeah, I like these colors. They're bright and cheery. Right? Fun. Okay. All right, well, let's see if we can make a little bit of a darker one. Now that could be fun. I've got the same kind of colors in there, right? And it is plenty big enough. Okay, let's do that. All right, so we have enough bottom and top. Yeah. And we're gonna go ahead and make sure there's enough on this side. Nice scrap. Okay. Yeah, definitely got to go that way because those flowers are upside down. All right, so we're just gonna do a little bit of a top just to strengthen, and then we will go ahead and do this. Oh, I'm getting a little hungry. It's a little chilly around here. I didn't think I mentioned in a video earlier this week. Oh, gotta cut it. That we're getting close to frost this weekend. So it is not exactly warm today. It's pretty out though. Sun's out, which is nice. But we are making French onion soup for dinner, which is always a yummy treat, but even better when it's a little chillier out. So I'm looking forward to that for dinner. Okay. She remembered. Okay. Oh, I almost put it the wrong way. I mean, I definitely could have put it the other way, but I wanted that advertising to stick out. That definitely could have worked too. But yeah, we're gonna do that. Now this one, since the back is printed, this definitely could be one that you would just stick in there with the paper clip, or stick it in another pouch in a belly band or something, and be able to write on the back. Okay. All right, I think this one needs to round. That's not my rounder. Here, right in front of my face. Now I saw there is an existence, and I haven't seen a way to find it yet, is a bigger rounder than the 10 millimeters, or 4, 7, and 10. There's one that's even bigger, and I am on the hunt for that. I need to track one of those down. I think they're only in Europe right now, which is a little bit expensive to ship. So I am on the hunt. So if anyone sees those bigger ones somewhere, you let me know. I would appreciate it, because I love my rounded corners, and something like this, something a little bigger, would definitely be fun. Now I could probably go ahead and, you know, do something like I make my own, but I never seem to cut it well. It always seems to, yeah, not look so good. Okay. All right. Well, we have three done. So why don't we go ahead and see if we can. I'm gonna pause the video, clean this up, and get some ephemera ready to decorate this. All right, I am back with some fussy cut birds and some other fun stuff, and I actually made two more. I made this one out of lighter floral with the green background. I really like the color tie-in, and then I made this one where I used the Tim Holtz like dictionary page kind of paper, and some really bright Florentine kind of paper. So yeah, so I thought that would be kind of fun to do. So let's just go ahead and put some of these to the side, and I see what we can go ahead and glue. Now I'm probably going to add some labels. I got these labels here, I still need to cut them and maybe ink them, but I went through and cut all the birds, which is like the biggest part, because when I printed these, they were bigger, and I just cut them like this, really big and wonky, so I have to go back when I want to use them and fussy cut them a little closer. So I decided to do that on these. I pulled a bunch out. This is the one I decided not to do, so I didn't fussy cut them now. I tried florals, but they seemed a bit too much like the paper. So I decided to go with just all birds this time. And I probably could have pulled my butterflies out. I thought of those also, but all right, so we'll have him hang out there and maybe a label down there. Oh, that would be kind of cute. I like that. All right, so we'll just give that a quick old snip and go from there. Now I'm trying to use some different stuff each time. Lately I've been using a lot of those washi stickers that I have, which I love, don't get me wrong. And they're definitely a little bit easier because they're pre-cut out already and they're glued. They've got their glue on them, but just thought I'd be trying to use, you know, a little bit of everything. I mean, my dream would be to have everything out and then be able to use everything, but that's near impossible. So we'll just have to alternate, as they say. Alternate stuff. So it looks like you could use something else on there, but I don't want to go crazy. I could probably stamp something, but that would mean getting my stamps out. So did I just lie and say I wasn't going to use these labels and now I'm going to pull them out? Maybe. They just are so easy to use. Keep this book clean. Oh, I think I like that. I like these because there's some different shapes in a lot of these. They're not all the same size, which is good. This is has a bit of a shape. Yeah, I like that now. Okay, call that one done. All right, to the done pile. All right, what's next? All right, this fun one. This paper is not that paper, but it's very similar. So I thought it'd be a nice kind of anchor to this bird as like a place to rest. And probably need some sort of label up across there maybe. Shanks and Company. And Caged. I think I like that. All right. And this is probably too, yeah, it's too big for my circle punch. I tried, right? And I know my other circle punch is much bigger than this, so we're gonna just have to do our best to cut a circle. Not my favorite thing in the world to do, but move the paper, not your scissors, and try to do as long of a sweep as you can. And you can get pretty good. And then of course, throwing a little ink on the edge will, I think I'll put that on top, and this is gonna be on the bottom. Throwing a little ink on the edge will get rid of any bit of error, help it out a little bit. Okay, all right. Shanks and Company, Limited. Okay, glue this down. yeah, so this was definitely a fun Roxy's Weekly Challenge. I like it. I think I'm going to wrap this around a little bit since it's not moving. I was wondering who else works on these ever. I don't do too many of them. I definitely do a few. I do have a playlist. I mean, I have a few, maybe a couple. Let's just put it that way. There's not too many in there, but I will add it. This will be added to the Roxy's playlist. She does a lot of stuff that involves really old document kind of papers and things that I just do not have a lot of, so hence not doing them. But when I see something that I like, then I like to make it like this. I thought this was a great idea. I had scrapbook paper, and I've got digitals. But if you want exact instructions, I would go to her video, because this is my take on it. Of course that's crooked, because that's the way I roll. But I love this one. This is very cute. Very, very cute. I probably could even do something a little bit bright right there. Something tiny. I know there's some tiny stuff in here. I don't know if that's bright, but it's tiny. Oop, I think I see it. Okay. Circle and a circle. Yeah, I like it. Oh, something crashed out there. I'm not sure what that was. Okay. All right, to the next one. I really like this bird. Had some fun colors, kind of like probably the parrot family. An exotic kind of bird. I thought it was kind of fun with the fun floral. Okay. All right, so we'll put the bird. We're gonna probably have to trim his tail off just ever so slightly. All right, we'll probably do it that way. Even there. And I'll put some sort of label. My voice is definitely a little scratchy today. I wonder if it's the good old... Oh, I think I kind of like that good old allergy starting to kick in. With all the flowers on the trees budding. Of course, I have so many different spring allergies. I never know which one it's going to be. But my guess would be trees. I was tested for allergies probably when I was like 20. And if you've ever been through an allergy test, they like map you out. Maybe they do it differently now because that was quite a while ago. They map you out and they just, you know, with the 600 little dots, like all these little X's in here, and they just prick you with a needle full of whatever that item is. They know, you know, they do all the typical kind of things you could be allergic to, and then they see what pops up as a red mark or not, and like 95% of the stuff they put in there, they said I was allergic to. It was kind of crazy. Nothing life-threatening, luckily. None of the, you know, like you're allergic to peanut butter or peanuts like people are, and none of that stuff, thank goodness. Just enough to scooch down, Mr. Bird. Just enough to kind of make it annoying. Okay, I'm just gonna wrap that branch around because I'm not using the back for anything, even though I could. And I'm gonna just snip his tail. Yeah, cute. Put something up there. Yeah, I'm not sure why I ever thought I wouldn't use this pile. let's use that. Looks like some sort of Greek words, Greek letters. I always like how these are kind of washy and you can see through it, so yeah, cute. Okay. All right, so this one is the bonus. Last two are the bonus ones that we didn't see, that I didn't show you, that I made, but I just couldn't stop. They were so easy to make, especially when I'm not sitting there chatting and telling you how to make them. They definitely go quite quickly, and they're quite forgiving if you don't cut it exactly straight, which is nice. Or like back here, I have the white line and they're not even, but yeah, quite forgiving. All right, so I'm probably gonna have to bump that off again. But I think I'm gonna ink around this just a little bit. There's a lot of white on the inside I didn't feel like cutting out. So, okay. All right. I think I need something a little darker. Glue that on. Okay. All right, let's glue the birds down. And we're almost there, so. Well, hopefully you liked my take on Roxy's weekly challenge. Don't forget to visit her page and look for week 16 to see exactly how to do it, since mine is, like I said, just inspiration of it. And if you like the video, a thumbs up would be great. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more videos. The video I was going to do today, before I saw this, was fabric flips. So that is going to be my next video. They were going to be on the back of the challenge I did for my flip over page for the, what do you call it? 365 from last Monday. I'm going to do some fabric flips on that. So that should be my next video popping up. I love it. This is so cute. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to doing that because I've never done fabric flips. And yeah, I think it'll be fun. I've got a lot of fun fabrics. A lot of summer colors and spring colors. Maybe they'll inspire me to actually start my put it that way, start a summer journal. If I make some flips for those foldovers that I can put into a summer journal. All right, let's throw a little ink on the pink. I don't see too many pink birds out there, but when I saw it, I'm like, oh, that's got to go on one of these because there's some pink there. Okay, I think I want a somewhat bigger one because that background's kind of busy-ish. Oh, I like it. What we're gonna do. All right, so look at me not doing a label from my sticky bin. It had to happen sometime, right? Okay, I'm gonna put that down there. We are just making quite the little mess here. All my little cut-offs are sticking to my glue page and my glue stick. Okay, all right, the last one. So I definitely would like to hear if you liked any of these, because I think they're very cute. I'm going to show at the end a little close-up of each of these. Do my best to. I'm getting so used to my new camera setup, so sometimes it's hard to see where it's exactly showing in the picture. So I'm trying to do my best to get that to work. I figure practice makes perfect on that, right? Okay, last bird, and then we'll do a little flip through of all these. Okay. Yeah, cute. All right, I'm just gonna take that off. Okay. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, let's get this background stuff out of the way, and then I'll show what these all look like. Okay, so here is one of the ones I did beforehand. I think I showed it at the beginning of the video. I actually found this sitting on the desk, so I threw it on there. I thought that tied in really cute with that. So there's that. And this one, I really like this one, even, you know, black. You don't do too much, just solid black in something. But I thought this calla lily looked really cool with the keys and stuff on there. And we did the bird beforehand. Threw a couple labels on there, and yeah. All right, so to the ones I did on camera, here is the first one. I really love that label. It's so cool, so in-depth. Extra green there, little bird with his cherries, berries. Very cute. And then nice and bright pink. He's encaged. I think that's supposed to be engaged, but this looks like a C. Good old Shanks and Company, Victorian pottery. I love it. And then this fun bird, I did a lot of pink today, looks like. Definitely looking for summer colors, I'm guessing is what I'm doing. Tag, and then that Greek letters. And I really like that one. I like the colors. That really does tie together. Two birds, one iron stone. All right, and the last one we just did, again, pink. 4.5 cents with the numbers. He's flying away. Very cute. Yeah, I love him. All right, well, that is going to be it for me today. Once again, I hope you liked the video, and I enjoyed you. Hope you enjoyed hanging out with me today. Thanks for stopping by, and as usual, I hope you all have a wonderful and creative day. Bye now.